here with Nicole Ginsburg of Frightmare Farms. How you doing, Nicole?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing pretty well. What's your official title here?
I am the production director.
Production director. So what does that position entail?
It's a really great question. So I handle, on night of, I'm the production director. I handle guest services, anything from what's going on with our patrons to the flow to kind of overseeing and managing what the system that we have in place with our actors and managers inside the house.
Cool. How long have you been with Frightmare?
Since its inaugural season, like way back when it was just a dream. Yeah.
How long ago was the inaugural season?
Well, we did like a short little stint. We did like a trial run in Cicero, and then we were searching for property for a couple of years, and then we landed here.
So you were part of the one night thing that I attended.
Yeah, and we probably met way back when.
I think so. Yeah, we might have.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I remember going to that and thinking, I can't believe this is one night.
Yeah.
The work that went into it.
Yeah, definitely.
So so Rick is the owner. Did you
Yep.
know Rick?
So Rick and I have actually been friends for a very long time, and it was just like a casual conversation with me and a couple other people, and he was like, hey, do you know anybody that does marketing? And I was like, well, I have a degree in marketing. And he was like, oh, great, do you think you could help us with some advertising and stuff for a haunted house? And I was like, well, sure. I've never done a haunted house before, but I could help. And then it kind of spiraled into walking into the first rehearsal and people being everywhere. And I was like, I don't know if you know this about me, but I also have theater experience. I've done some stage management in the past. I need to help you because this is kind of chaotic, you know? And so then the rest is history.
So had you ever done anything with a haunt before?
No, I was terrified. I still am. I scream at every corner. I just now love it. Like I actually am like an adrenaline junkie when it comes to screaming and horror, and that's why, you know.
So was Frightmare your first job in a haunted attraction at all?
Actually, no. I did a really cool first haunted house with a dance company when I was back in the day. And they flourished into something really awesome as well. And that's CMC Dance Company, because I still love them. I think they're wonderful.
So you were a scare actor at CMC?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, it was back in like the, you know, it was kind of like a scary Halloween party, you know. So it was really cool, and it was a lot of fun. And I've always loved Halloween.
You had the bug though before you
even realized it. Yeah, yeah,
very cool.
yeah.
Very cool. So how would you say, obviously having that experience and having gone to haunts, how would you say that Frightmare is different or unique from others?
Well, I think everybody has their own uniqueness, and I think it's really cool that, you know, we're kind of putting Syracuse on the map for the haunt industry. And I will always say that until, you know, the day I die and they stuff me and put me as a prop. But I think it's, you know,
Is that
having traveled, maybe, having traveled now, like, throughout the country, seeing, you know, major haunts and talking to owners that own major haunted attractions and really seeing the shows that they put on, I think that, you know, putting on a show like Frightmare, coupled with a lot of the other shows in the area, makes it a destination for people to, you know, drive from Pennsylvania or drive from Canada to come on down and hit up a couple of the haunted houses.
One thing I think is unique and different about Frightmare is the fact that you guys have a backstory.
Yes.
A lot of local haunts I haven't seen with that.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what that is all about?
Yeah. So the legendary Professor Whitaker purchased the property here in Palermo, New York, and at that time he was doing it for a museum. He wanted to bring in the Museum of Fear, and in doing so he decided to build, you know, to bring back his childhood homestead, the estate, and every year the museum has a featured exhibit, and the featured exhibit kind of pours out into a labyrinth area that's decorated just outside the museum. So like every other year, that's what's happened. In the process of building his estate, he realized that there was a condemned mine trail on the property as well. And through his studies and his travels across the world, he brought in experts to find that it was a condemned mine trail, and ours happens to feature zombies.
So one of the things that I would say secret shoppers that came through for Scarycuse gave Frightmare some of the highest marks on is detailing.
Awesome.
Everywhere around here, details. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, is you know, there's a lot of attention to detail. Is there a specific person that handles that, or is it a team?
No, we're really fortunate to have a really great team. It's kind of like when you're building a house. Like somebody will come in, they'll build the foundation. Then we'll have another couple of people that we know would be really great for this room. And then, you know, I'll come in, or Rick will come in, or other people, Mark will come in, and we'll start rearranging things, or we'll add different touches to it. But, you know, Rick does a really great job of knowing exactly who's going to do the best for that room. And it's talked about. It's talked about and figured out as a team.
Cool. So, do you play a part in hiring the scare actors?
Yes.
Cool. Is there anything specific you look for in a person?
So it depends, because again, we design each of our scares prior, and we design based on, you know, the set scenes, the backstory, the part that they're in. So it's really often that we'll be sitting on our in our interview, and one of us will be like, "Oh my God, I got a great idea. Hold on." And none of the other people at the table know exactly what we're gonna do, but we'll pull something crazy out, and they're like, "Oh my God, why would you make, you know, a 17-year-old be an old lady?" But it brings something out of them, you know.
Do you find that the scare actors work the same position for multiple nights once you find a good spot for them, or do they float around?
Most of the time. We're always striving for better. We're always striving to make sure that, you know, it's the best show that it can be.
Do you find they have preferences to working indoors versus at the outdoor attraction?
So yeah, we definitely ask that. Again, like we do assignment of roles, and we let our people know that, you know, we might move you around and stuff, but we definitely don't like hire for a clown and then that's it. You know, you're not a clown, so it's not working out. Sorry, you know. Get back in your little car and go home. No, so we definitely bring them in with the mindset that they are coming to work for our show, not as a character.
We've heard of haunted attractions talking about how people have had accidents.
Oh.
Does that really happen, or is that?
I'm here to tell you that that's a real thing. We've had people pee their pants. We are very thankful for a really awesome medical response team. We had a couple people pass out last year that had never.
You have like an EMT?
Oh yeah, we've got EMTs, we've got nurses, we've got everything that we can possibly have in one area that, you know.
Wow.
So if you're applying to us and you've got those skills, we obviously vet those first and go through the right channels.
Yeah.
But it's proved to be really important as far as safety and safety for all.
Absolutely. Any advice for customers on the best way to interact with the scare actors?
Don't touch them.
Don't touch them.
Don't touch them. Don't haunt them. You know, they're putting on a show. You know, they're if you're not scared by them, that's okay. The next person's going to be. You know, it takes a lot of guts and a lot of determination, and it takes a lot to get up there in front of other people and do this. And if you would like to, you know, if you think you can do better, absolutely call me, because we will talk, we will get you in a costume, and you can show us your stuff. Yeah. But if that's not the case, you know, then be kind, because after all, we're all here to keep Halloween alive.
So a couple of years ago, you guys added the Condemned Mine Trail experience.
Yes.
And that was a huge hit. I loved it, descending into a real feeling mine shaft, and then all these cool little cabins in the woods as you enter. It feels so much longer. Does it take longer to go through the trail than it does the indoor haunt?
The thing is, like, all of the attractions are based the same price-wise, because there's a lot of factors that go into figuring that price out. The trail, though, ends up being somewhat of a value because you are outside. There are no ceilings, there are no walls, so it feels a lot longer. I will tell you, though, that is one of our experiences, one of our shows this year that actually grew, and so did the Labyrinth.
Really?
Yeah, this year's exhibit kind of spilled over much further and spiked some extra creativity. So
3 attractions.
Yes. I don't know if you're aware of our sister company, Escape the Estate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Escape the Estate obviously isn't necessarily a haunt-themed event. Are
Correct.
you going to do that here?
Yes. We've got a really cool mobile unit that's going to be featured here at Frightmare Farms. That will have, that's got a cool, creepy feel to it, but the ultimate extreme experience is going to be you're locked in a room with a serial killer.
Nice.
Yep, so it's well underway, and it'll be test marketed way before October, and we've already got some requests to kind of see it beforehand, so.
Awesome.
So I feel confident enough to tell you that. So you're the first one to know.
Nice.
So don't tell everybody, but tell everybody, okay?
Very cool. So what are your hours for 2016?
So they're pretty much going to be the same hours as normal. The only thing that's changing is our ticket booth is opening earlier. We've got a lot of requests about that. We're definitely listening to the feedback from our patrons. We've gotten that feedback and the ability for more people to come in and also be able to do more haunted houses in the area. So in order for people to drive all the way up here, we've got a lot of neighbors around that could appreciate the same type of business. Yeah, exactly. And our show, we try not to make it run too long, but you definitely can make an evening out of it. But if you can make an evening where you can still stop at other attractions, that's important too.
Well, thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for coming out.
Look forward to October.
Yeah, can't wait. See you guys soon.